Hey everybody, it's Mindy, and I just wanted to hop on today and help you get started for Monday by sharing with you what I do to get ready for the eating plan. I think sometimes the workouts are easy because it's all laid out for you on a calendar. So all you have to do is look at your calendar, do that workout for the day. There's a trainer to follow. But the eating plan sometimes is a little more difficult. And the eating part of this, the nutrition part of this program, is going to have more to do with your results than anything else. So believe me when I tell you, stick to the eating plan and you will lose weight. You will see changes in your midsection, and that's truly going to make a bigger difference than any other part of it. So here's what I do. I printed out the program materials that are on Beachbody On Demand within the program. And in there, you'll figure out which where your weight falls in and which group you'll be using for your container count, okay? So most of us are probably gonna be in a similar container count because with this eating program, they only broke it into 3 groups. And so a lot of us are just gonna fit in with, one of those 3. And so basically you find out which container count you use. And these are the containers. If you don't have them, you can order them on Beachbody. And your coach can help you do that. And they're $10 and they're super important, okay? Especially when you're starting out. But I've been doing this for 3 years and I still use them because I feel like without them, I kind of cheat. So stick with your containers. So here's what I do. I look at my calendar for the week and I figure out how many dinners I'm gonna need because breakfast is easy. I eat the same thing for breakfast almost every day. I know that I need a protein and a carb and a veggie to fuel my workouts, and so I almost always have breakfast burritos because those are super easy and I can make the eggs ahead of time. Lunch for me is almost always Shakeology, and especially now that I'll be back in the classroom starting next week, it's just a really easy to-go lunch, quick and healthy, that I can bring with me to school, pre-made, put it in the fridge, and it's still good to go by lunchtime. So it's a dinner that is more work. I have to figure out how many dinners I need. So I look at our calendar for the week, I look at the sports or activities we have and what kind of meals, and then usually I double them. So normally I have 2 to 3 meals for the week. And it's usually easy because I need a protein again, I need veggies again, and usually some kind of carb if I haven't already eaten it. So that's simple. Looking at the food list that they give you, okay, and I realize that mine are not in color, but they give you in those program materials everything that counts as a red, a protein. So starting at the top with the healthiest ones, eggs, tuna, shrimp, lobster, okay, boneless, skinless turkey breast, lean red meat. Okay, it just keeps going down. Protein powder, which is your Shakeology, counts as a red. All right. I know we eat a lot of chicken and turkey in our house, and so it's easy for me for my dinners to know that I'm going to be having chicken for one of the meals that I'm going to double, and then maybe turkey for the other. Okay. So then I look at my veggie list. I have veggies for snacks usually during the day, so I always have carrots and cucumbers, and snap peas ready to go. But for dinner, I like to have veggies that are either steamed or that I roast in the oven. And so that could be a combination of Brussels sprouts, asparagus, peppers, broccoli. There's so many to choose from. Okay, so then I pair a veggie with a protein. And then for carbs, I may have black beans. I may have quinoa. I may have sweet potatoes. Okay, so I don't necessarily always go with these big recipes because I'm busy and I don't have time to make a big recipe every night. So what I try to do is make it a little more simple, which ends up being even healthier, is just pairing a protein, a carb, and a veggie together. Now, if you do want to find recipes that are approved from our food list, they give you some right in the program materials, but then also I use Pinterest, I use the Beachbody blog, and I also use Fixate, which is right on Beachbody On Demand. And they're all going to have, if you search, they're all going to have these recipes that have the container count right on there for you. Stick to your list when you're planning, okay? Stick to the foods that are part of the program, because you always get a cheat in this program. You have a day where you can have a cheat. They call it cheat day, but I would say you don't need to make it a whole day. So what Joel Freeman says, the trainer, is eat what you feel like eating that day. So if you feel like having a donut for breakfast that day, that's okay. Don't make it a full day of donuts. Don't make it 10 donuts. Just make it one donut, drink a bunch of water, and go on with your day, okay? Make sure that you have a grocery list when you go to the store, and stick to your list. Most of your food should be around the perimeter of the grocery store. To save money, I do almost all my shopping at Aldi, and I get 90% of what I need there. And if there's something they don't have because it's smaller, I may go to Festival or Target or Walmart or somewhere else. Now, food prep. Okay, I usually grocery shop on Friday or Saturday. So I've got it planned and shopped by Saturday night. That way Sunday I can focus on prepping my food and spending the day with my family, okay? So what I do is the things that I typically prep ahead of time are I make a big batch of scrambled eggs to put in my breakfast burritos. Let's see, I wash and cut up my fruits and veggies so that they are super easy to grab and go, or to throw on the pan to roast for dinner. I make a big batch of quinoa. Sometimes I make a big batch of black beans. And then I also try to make my chicken ahead of time. That way everything's ready and I just have to heat it up during the week. So that's really what I do. I make sure that I figure out what I'm supposed to have for my containers. I make my grocery list according to that. I make sure that I take my list to the grocery store. I try to get that done by Saturday night so that Sunday I can prep, and then I'm ready to go. Keep it simple. You know, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate, especially if you truly want results. Then you need to be realistic with yourself and your schedule. And for me, I know if I have, one night a week where I make a new recipe, that's enough. I don't have time to do more than that. So I make simple, easy food that's healthy and tasty, and I double it so that I can have it again the next night for my family. If you have any questions, please, please, please reach out and let us know how we can help you. It's all about prep and getting ready so that you have a successful week. And week 1 is really important because it's going to set the tone for the rest of your program. So anyways, let's make sure that we're sharing our meal plans this weekend. So if you find a great recipe, or if you want to share your grocery list, or if you want to share your complete meal plan for the week, make sure you do that here in this group because it's going to help somebody. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day.